some of my clients are already networked and already know what to do when they come to me. They just need to know how to really, the steps to take to transition out fully. And they're already well networked and they're already well in all these communities. And so they have a big bucket to choose from with clients and customers and patients or whomever it is that their audience is.
Yeah.
But then there's other people who don't have any of that, right? And they have been in the same job for 10, 15, 20 years, and they just want something new. So with those people, I really encourage, starting on the side, really just get going and seeing what happens. And then keep on assessing, and depending upon what their own personal goals are, again, what's important to them, what's the needs, what is their family like, what is their lifestyle like, what are their bills like, what is their financial lifestyle like, and then figure out if you actually want to leave your job. Some people don't want to leave their job and they just kind of want to create some passion projects or side hustles or projects on the side. And so everyone has different flavors of what success means to them. So it really takes understanding what the client's need is, and then me to come in as this objective person outside of their emotional subjectivity. And it's a partnership from there.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. I think if I could say anything to kind of elaborate on that, is that a lot of times people come and like we touched on earlier, they'll want to be given the steps. They'll want to have it all laid out for them and prescribed. But what it really comes down to is like that two-way conversation, that we're creating this vision and we're solidifying that, and we're trying to figure out how it all fits together for you as an individual, because it's not just your work, it's your entire lifestyle. It's like, what's going to make you feel fulfilled and excited, and like, how much are you going to be working, and like, who do you want to be collaborating with, and what kinds of projects do you want to do? Like, it's so much bigger than what people think it is. And I think that's because they come from like, they have one set path that they follow, like into pharmacy, for example. That's all they know. Everyone they know relates to that. They haven't really seen what's outside of that, and they haven't had that autonomy before, and they haven't had the ability to create a life from scratch the way they want it to be. And so it can feel quite overwhelming.
Definitely.
So how does someone kind of tap into some of those core aspects of themselves and figure out like, well, what do I really want? Like, let's say that they've decided, yeah, I definitely want to be a medical writer. Like, I want to freelance. That sounds great. Haven't done it before, like really have no idea what I'm doing or how I'm going to do that. But like that shift in identity, and like that I'm building a life for myself now, that's a big jump.
Totally. Very big. Yeah. Okay. So I think it, again, depends upon the client, but I tend to ask everyone, one of the top questions I'll ask is, what is most important to you? Why do you want this? What is it? Get really granular about, are you looking for more money? Are you looking to learn a new skill? Are you looking to shift careers? Are you looking to, just to have a new gig? It really just depends on, again, what is most important to that client. Some people want to just have fun and just kind of start something new, and they really just don't know how. And some people have experience, so that it's not that they're new to, like your example was they've never freelanced before as a medical writer. But say, for example, you've been working in a health system for 10 years and you've been on a committee, and your job, a part of the committee, is to write policies. So technically you've not been a freelancer per se, but you've had a lot of experience. And so now you want to monetize that. That's a different conversation than from someone who just says, I want to start a blog, or I want to start a baking Instagram, it's just for fun, or something on Etsy. It totally just depends on who it is. But it really boils down to, what does success mean to you, and why is that important? And what do you need to feel fulfilled or not burnt out, or to feel like your value is being served in the community? I would say 99% of the time, people just need a reason to get started. They need the pain and the discomfort to get going.
Yeah.
And investing in coaching and getting going and getting a community and like-minded people around you to give you the support, it really, really helps. I mean, it's a game changer. It's the reason why I believe I started, and it's the reason why I think so many people are so successful in this industry,
Yeah,
or in the entrepreneurial industry.
mm-hmm. I'd love to touch on that a bit more, because you mentioned before you kind of have two main types of clients: the ones that already have the network and the access to things, but they don't know what to do with it. And then the ones who are just coming in like right off the boat, like, I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. I would say most of our students fit into that second category, where they're like, all I know is other pharmacists, or all I know is
Yeah,
other physicians, or other miserable nurse practitioners. I don't
sure.
know anyone else who has this freedom lifestyle or this flexibility, and they want to spend more time with their kids. A lot of them are on maternity, or they have like young kids,
Yeah,
or their husband is traveling a lot and they just want to be around more, or
yeah,
they have a chronic health condition and they just need that flexibility. But
sure.
it's almost unheard of to them that this could be a viable
Lifestyle.
existence. Yeah. And so I guess my question is like, how do these people kind of allow it to be a viable path, like an exploration of like what is possible for them, and be open-minded to something that they've never experienced before?
I think it's about allowing yourself to be creative and understand, having a deep understanding that most successful people, or most happy successful people, are living in a very non-linear trajectory, meaning they are probably in a place today that they didn't anticipate being 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Hmm.
And circling back to that perfectionism piece, I think in medicine especially, it's very linear. You go to college, you graduate college, you go to medical school, you go to pharmacy school, PA school, whatever it is, and then you have a career, and then the life is perfect, and that's it. And while that's the goal, and I hope many people take that route, and that's amazing when that happens and that really resonates. A lot of people in today's post-COVID, even before COVID, in today's what we call there's a different landscape, a different ecosystem in careers and professions. There's so many different paths to what you can get paid to do and provide your value. So I think it's more about getting out of your own way and just starting somewhere, kind of like what I was talking about before.